ambitious, but brilliant! I don't believe it! I swear I do not believe it! And they are back on turf!
Hello and welcome to New York Talk. It's the start of a new season, so we've got a new feature. We've got the scouting report where each week we're going to go talk to somebody from the clubs we're facing that week, see if we get the lowdown on what to expect from them. This week we've got Plymouth, so we've got Alex from Up the Greens TV joining us to talk about their pre-season signings and what to expect. So cheers for joining us, Alex.
No problem.
And as always, we've got Mick, and I will put the warning out there. He is again in a car park in Wales, so if there are any Wi-Fi issues, sirens, something like that, it is from Mick's side. So apologies,
mate. Sooner or later, I'm going to get locked up sitting in this car park talking to myself in a car. It's only a matter of time. I'm telling you now.
Yeah. I'll be honest. If it were live on YouTube, I think we get a few more views. So that
we might get some more subscribers out of that.
So Alex first of all talks about Up the Greens TV. We talked about it's brand new. Talks about what is that and what you're trying to do with your Up the Greens TV.
I just feel it's good to get people in the community. Obviously, it's been a very difficult 18 months. We've not seen a lot of football in the ground, which is, it was, like I said to you a minute ago, it feels crazy being back in there now. And I think it brings people together a little bit more. I think Twitter is quite good for it as well. We've got quite a big community on Twitter. So I think it's a good thing to actually do. It's very similar to yours. Hopefully we'll be there one day, but we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. So how has Plymouth's pre-season gone? As we talked about before we start recording, but it's been a bumpy ride. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, very, very positive though. Played well against the championship sides. Only beaten by maybe the old goal, which is quite good, and it was a good test for the players. But I guess we'll see what happens when we play in League One after about 6 or 7 games. It's hard to gauge how we're going to actually play this season, but it looks good now. It looks good for now.
And I had just some business done. I see it's going to take a while for everybody to gel their new signings. Has it been a busy summer window for you guys?
Yeah, we needed a whole back four last season. Conceded too many goals, way too many. Lost us a lot of points. Evidently, just about made it safe. Maybe a few more games if we had extra, we probably would have gone down. But the defence has been sorted out straight away, and quite impressed with the signings we've made. Unfortunately, one of them has just got injured, out for 3 months, but got cover in that kind of area now. So hopefully they can recover from that.
Yeah, you mentioned last season. First, it was a first season up from League Two the season before. Ended up being relatively comfortable. But again, like you mentioned, was it not comfortable the whole way through?
First half of the season, great. Second half, rubbish. It's quite difficult. I think a lot of teams found us out and knew that we had a leaky defence. So I think that's just mainly that. But we play good football. I don't know if there's nothing about that, but just need to do it in a more considerate way instead of conceding them all the time.
Yeah, and have you noticed that in pre-season? Have you noticed a tightening up of actually you've only lost by a goal against some better in better teams? Can you see that already? Those improvements. Yeah,
they're fitting in well. The new signs are fitting in well. I think in that side they look good. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just worried about maybe after 15, 20 games, we'll see how it goes from there. But yeah, still looking forward to it though.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic with fans back in. 1,000 or so tickets sold for New York on Saturday.
Yes.
It's going to be a great day. And even for the away fans, it's going to be just a great day having everybody back in. Away fans and home fans all together back under one roof. It's going to be great, isn't it?
Yeah, the world is healing.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned the style of play, now you play. Ryan Lowe is somebody who is well known to fans around the area, former Sheffield Wednesday player. He seems to me from the outside a very well respected upcoming manager. Said you play pretty well, play pretty good football. What are Plymouth fans' thoughts? He's been there for a couple of years now. How do people see him now?
I think the day he came in, everyone expected us to go back up. We were in League Two. We had a very, very good squad. He brought in some good players. obviously a very, very strange season. But we got there in the end on points per play. But we'll take it. I think he plays good football. I think the defence really did let him down last year. So I think everyone's prepared to give him another chance to kind of see what he can do with his own signings again. Maybe he didn't have enough time last year. With pre-season wasn't particularly great. We were good in spells, but yeah, again, just the defence needed sorting out. But he gets the team together, which is quite nice to see in a team that I've just seen relegated all the time. We've gone through managers quite quickly, but I'm happy he stays because he's a good lad, and you can tell he kind of cares about the club, which is also very nice. The fans do enjoy him.
Will the board stick with him then, Alex, you think?
Yeah, the board is absolutely fantastic. I mean, they look after that club so well, and even through the hard times of the last 18 months, which is great to see because we're used to being in trouble with that in previous years. But yeah, things going forward, they're looking positive.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we found is obviously we've been up, we've been down, we're very much at the yo-yo club, but the chairman stuck with the manager, realizing and understanding that these things are kind of a long-term project. They're not something that you can do overnight. Obviously, a lot of fans want instant success, but
that's the problem.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure Plymouth fans are exactly the same as
every club has them, unfortunately.
But it's good to hear. It's good to hear that they will stick by him and let him build something.
Yeah.
Talk us through Plymouth's danger men. You got the well-known striker up top, 16 goals last season. Luke Jeffson, is it? Yeah, right.
Jeff Cott.
There you go. Oh, close enough. How is he? I'm right in saying he had a very good first half of the season. The goals dried up a little bit in the second.
Yeah, completely different player last season. Well, going towards the end of it, but now Ennis has taken his sort of place and scored a few goals for us last year. We didn't have him very long, but he's fitting very well, and he's a fan favourite now. So I'm hoping he can do the business as well. But I think there's still question marks over Jeff Cott's future at Argyle. He was touted to go in the summer, but we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I think we've got a good front three for now. Could do with another one, but we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, absolutely. If you are watching on YouTube, feel free to get in comments. RUFC Ethan, long time no see, boys. What's our thoughts on new signings? He's very happy with them, and he thinks a prediction 3-1 to Rotherham on Saturday. I hope he's right. What are the general expectations for Plymouth? Because I said you got promoted the season before last, ended up being comfortable safety, and you said you made some decent signings. You're pretty happy with defensive signings and a couple of others needed. But where is Plymouth aimed to see safety again? Do you think you can push on further? What are your thoughts?
Well, I think a lot of fans will agree with me in this when I say that we should have finished higher than we did last year. I think because of the goals leaking towards the end of the season, our form was just terrible for like 10, 12 games. And I feel that let us down a lot because I think we could have finished mid-table, at least maybe in a push to the playoffs, but I think that was a bit out of our reach. But this year, I'm expecting us to finish in the top 10. I think we're good enough to stay up this year. He's made changes that we need to change. However, things can also change later down the line. But I guess we'll find out after about 20, 30 games. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. On YouTube, Notorious DOG. Any words for his exit to mate? That's Danny, one of our friends on the podcast. You're in League One last year. League One this year has been described by us and many as one of the best, maybe not the best, but the most competitive League One there's been in a long time.
Yeah,
we counted it the other day there's about 14 teams that think they can break into the playoffs, and not many are going to do it. You guys being in their League One last year, what are your thoughts moving into League One? How competitive it is and the teams that are in it? It
seems to be stronger every year now. It's kind of like a little championship. You've got Sheffield Wednesday coming down. I mean, I think that's incredible. I know you boys are probably loving it, but it's crazy that a team like them should be in League One, along with Sunderland, Portsmouth, even. Teams have gone up. See Peterborough went up. finally have been in League One for quite a while. It's it's going to be really competitive. Some good teams in there, especially ones come up as well. It should be entertaining. Looking forward to it. In the ground.
I think the thing with that, the thing to bear in mind with that, though, Alex, the teams that you've reeled off there, Sheffield Wednesday, Sunderland, Ipswich, Wigan, these are all clubs that have been run badly, and they deserve to be where they are. You know what I mean? And that's not a dig at the supporters. I mean, I've got a lot of friends who are Sheffield Wednesday supporters, despite the fact that I can't stand Sheffield Wednesday. But nevertheless, you know, I do have a certain amount of sympathy for the supporters of those clubs. But I've got zero sympathy for the clubs themselves and the way that they've been run. They are where they deserve to be. And not only that, and we've talked about this before. We've talked about this on our podcast many times about clubs throwing money after money at players, and never seem to learn. And then, lo and behold, this season, you know, Sheffield Wednesday come down, Ipswich are doing it, Sheffield Wednesday are doing it, Sunderland are doing it, Wigan are doing it again. You know, and it's like they never learn. And I don't know. From our point of view, we've got a chairman who's going to be who looks after the club and runs it prudently. And it sounds to me, from what you've said earlier on, that you've got the same. I know which club I'd rather support. You know, I don't want to be involved with clubs like that. It's just they are where they deserve to be, and I hope they stay there for a lot longer.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I like to make friends on Twitter, as you can probably gather.
What are you expecting Saturday? First of all, how do you think you're going to line up? It's been a busy summer for everybody. Are you sitting here thinking, I know roughly what our starting 11 is going to be, or are you interested to see where you're going to go?
I've been thinking it over and over again. I'm probably going to say a draw. A 1-1 draw sounds about fair. It's hard to gauge first game of the season. Technically, it doesn't really matter, I guess, because it's only the first game. But I think we'll be okay against you. But I think you can be quite dangerous. You just come back down from the Championship. You've got the experience of playing those sort of teams. We'll test our defence quite a bit. So I think a draw is probably about fair. Usually a lot of goals in our games as well. So.
Yeah, always tough. Whenever we've played Plymouth, it's been Ryan Lowe in charge. It's always been a tough game. This is like a lot of league ones, but similar to us in terms of quite hard working.
Yeah,
is that? I assume that's still the case now. It's just
very much so.
Quality.
Yeah, Ryan Lowe's got the team playing the way he wants to play. He just needs the right players for it, and I'm hoping this season's going to be the one.
Yeah. Notorious DJ again on the question I was going to ask on thoughts on seeing Freddie Ladepo again. Will it be a positive union? What are your thoughts on Freddie?
He was a good striker for us. He scored a lot of goals, but I was quite surprised he got the move he did. But he's obviously gone on, done better things, better players around him. So I'm very happy for him. Would love him back on loan if you want a loan for Saturday.
Oh yeah, we need him. We need him to try. We've only got 3 at club. I like Freddie. We like Freddie. We talked about a lot of Mick. You can question his work rate, but
he scores. That's what matters, isn't it? Especially at that level when you need someone to score. And to be fair to him, he's done well for himself. So yeah, good luck to him. Just not on Saturday.
One of our issues with him, I don't know whether it was the same with yourselves. Like we discussed, we're a very hard-working team, and when Freddie's not on his game or he's not feeling it, it can disappear. You can
a little bit lazy as well.
In the game. And that really does stand out. You know, it shows because everybody else is running around working really, really hard, and it really shows him up. Was that the same when he played for yourselves? Yeah,
it was the case. He was probably our better player at the time though, because he did score the goals. But I think everyone was a bit shocked because his work rate was kind of unjustified sometimes, but he scored the goals. So I guess it kind of put him in the good books, got the move, we got the money. He's obviously done well for years.
Yeah, he's done all right. He's struggling in the Championship, and because of his work rate, I think it's a step up. But like I say, in League One, he scores goals, and that's all we need. That's all you want in League One.
Yeah, definitely.
I think based on that, I think the 400 grand or whatever, I think that was about right because of that work rate. If that work rate, you could add a lot more money on something like Freddie.
Yeah, definitely.
But he's a guy I really want to see do well. I don't know if Plymouth fans are similar. There's something about I really want to see him be successful. If it's real, brilliant. If not, he just seems quite likable, even though he is a bit lazy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, we enjoyed when he was playing for us. I think a lot of fans probably think the same, but maybe not so much. Kind of forgot about him a little bit. We've kind of got our new strikers now, so they don't do the business as much as Dapo did last year, but for Rotherham. But I definitely think we'd have him back. I don't think anyone would complain with that.
The thing is, he has got it in his game, and we played Newcastle in a pre-season friendly a week or so ago, and he really did put himself about. He was aggressive. He was fighting. He really did show what he's capable of.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Why does he not do it all the time? And I think that's possibly one of the issues that a lot of supporters have with him.
Yeah, attitude, I guess. It happens, unfortunately.
Yeah. One of the teams I didn't really want to play first off was somebody like a Plymouth, because I suspect you know the league. We do know the league.
Yeah.
And on your day, you can be very dangerous. And we're not fully organised. A couple of injuries, a couple of signings. It's going to be a tough game for us on Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it because we're back in the ground. Fans, literally the most important thing, but it's going to be tough for both teams.
Well, every game we played against Rotherham, whether it's home or away, we've always had a good game. It's always been quite entertaining in terms of goals. So I'm looking forward to it. All I care about is being in the football ground, in the away end with all the fans. See the home fans. Just everything's healing again.
It is absolutely. A final question I'm going to ask is a question I don't know if you'll know the answer, but any Rotherham players other than Freddie that sort of stick out for you thinking I'm slightly worried about them, or is it just sort of you're going to be a bit unknown against us?
I'm going to stick with Dapo because, as it happens in football, players who used to play for you tend to score against you. I mean, everyone knows that, especially in League One, and it happens to us quite a lot. So. Yeah, I'm hoping he has a quiet game.
But, absolutely. I hope I'm all for that trick.
Don't say that.
So it's actually going to be a really good game. 1,000 or so Plymouth fans tickets at the moment. Freddie Rouse, that's how many to Rotherham sell. We normally have 7,000 or 8,000 season ticket holders. You'll add a few more on top of that, so it will be not far out of full house.
That'd be brilliant.
The first game back, the atmosphere would just be amazing. Like you say, I just cannot wait.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but we'll get there in the end. It's got to get past the first one.
Exactly. Make anything else you want to ask or want to know about?
No. I'm really looking forward to it, like we've discussed earlier on in our podcast, and what's going to be great as well is to have a full-ish away end. That really does add to the atmosphere, and it's a hell of a trip. It's fantastic.
I'm dreading it. I'm absolutely dreading it.
It's
going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it, whatever happens, because, like you said, that we're all back in the football ground, and win, lose or draw, the atmosphere is going to be fantastic, and and top notch to Plymouth for selling so many tickets as well. I get it; it's a special game, but what a trip! It's 600-mile round trip. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it should be a really good day. Hopefully the weather stays nice.
I won't bet on it.
Never sunny in Rotherham, is it though?
You're coming up north.
Raining all the time. It's been raining here as well, so we may as well be in the north.
Any Plymouth fan watching, Notorious DG gives you a tip for Blue Coats in Rotherham. They do pretty cheap beers. I will vouch for that. So Google Blue Coats and you'll find some decent beer in there, as well as being a decent enough price. So thank you all for listening, for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll do more of these as the season goes on, and hopefully we'll speak about it later on in the season. Next time round. If you liked it, please give us a thumbs up and a subscribe, because we would like you to join us next time. And Alex, good luck for the season. Not good luck for Saturday, but good luck for the season.
Yep. Right back at you, mate.
And Mick, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure.
Well, Carl, I'm going to have to go. It's going dark, mate. I've got the lights on inside car and it's going dark.
It's been absolutely no difference.
Oh, that's all right then. Fair enough.
Right. Thank you very much, guys. And we'll see you all next time.
Cheers, boys. Nice meeting you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Bye.
Freddie's on one-on-one. Freddie's turning shoot. Can take a shot.
Unbelievable! Apologies to the neighbours.